So I think number one is a no-brainer. It's going to be a zoom roll, obviously. What is going on, everybody? Ox here with another video. If you're new to the channel, we do upload Pokemon Go content mostly related to PvP, so please consider subscribing to the channel if that is of interest to you. And if you're a returning subscriber like M, thank you for the support. So I know I haven't put out a video for quite some time now. It's been almost a week without an upload, so apologies for that. Big part of that is with the season being 3 months long and with season 7 about to start being another 3 months long, I figured that there's a lot of burnout there, a lot of fatigue. Kind of just wanted to take a break during a week in which there was really no ranked play. We've seen Kanto Cup before. A lot of it actually has to do with Niantic and the way that they did this week, because they said it was going to be unranked, but instead of resetting the ranking completely, all they did was hide our MMRs. So based on where you finish this season, you're still going to be getting paired with people in a similar MMR range. So with me having finished at the 3500s, the queue times in Kanto Cup are still a joke. I think Niantic really went about the wrong way doing this week. It's something that they could improve on for future seasons, because with there being no elo, there's really no point to have people waiting in queues and to be pairing them against people of similar elo range. Really just doesn't make sense. With that said, I'm not sure if I'm going to upload any Kanto Cup content before the new season. If you guys want to see something else, maybe like, I don't know, me playing Pokemon Red or something, could maybe upload that. I'm thinking about possibly live streaming the Sunday raid hour thing. I think it's like 3 hours from 11 to 2. Let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. I can invite people to raids and whatnot, but possibility. Either way, let's jump into the information here because there is a lot of information. Basically, season starts March 1st at 1 p.m. Pacific time. It's 4 p.m. Eastern for me. Same structure as previous seasons. It's going to start this upcoming Monday. It's going to last 3 months, March 1 to May 31st, with the final week being unranked again, Kanto Cup. Same structure as previous seasons, rank 1 to rank 24 legend rank. Really not much to see here, nothing really new. Now let's take a look at what actually is new for season 7. So the first major thing that they're introducing for season 7, which is long awaited and something everybody wanted, is the walk-in requirement will be eliminated completely from Go Battle League. Obviously this is great news for everyone involved. Nobody wants to pay to have to play. Go Battle League should be free. This is how it should have been from the start. There's no reason to make us walk to play the PvP aspect of this game. Props to Niantic for doing this. In regards to the rewards for season 7, there will be new avatar items and a pose inspired by Elesa. It's pretty interesting that they are introducing these new items now, because in previous seasons, like in season 1, season 2, they always have a new pose for each season, but the clothing would usually cycle every 2 seasons. So season 1, season 2 is the Steven clothes, season 3, season 4 was the blue pose, and then season 5 was a wash. Season 6 was the end pose, so unless they included season 5 as part of that, you would think season 7 would also be end clothes again with a new pose, but they're going a different route here, which makes sense now because they are extending the season to 3 months in length. So if they were to like recycle the same clothing for 2 seasons, it would be 6 months with the same avatar items. So I think this is the right decision. So next up, we got the Pokemon reward encounters. You know, there's nothing too exciting here. Let's take a look at them. Rank 1, you're getting Zebstrika, cool Pokemon. It's not too common, so it's nice. Rank 1 and up, you're going to be seeing Poliwhirl, Flaffy, Pupitar, and Galvantula. Galvantula is pretty interesting. I think of everything here, Galvantula is one of the more useful Pokemon. Main reason for that is because Galvantula, as a best buddy in the Ultra League, pretty OP. It's one of those Pokemon I actually recommend you go for in Lucky Trades, because the top 10 rankings for its IV spread are actually all within Lucky Trade range, so definitely worth trading for. Moving into rank 10 and up, you got Medicham, Frillish, Stunfisk. Obviously Frillish, really nice. Medicham, great for candy. Same with Stunfisk. Rank 15 and up, Scraggy, Lampent, and Rufflet. Nothing too crazy here. Scraggy's cool, but we've seen all these before. Rank 20 and up, you have a chance at a legendary. Nothing too crazy here, nothing too exciting, but they did announce that we will be able to get XL candies from some of these catches, so that's at least something positive to take out from it. So once you reach Ace rank, you will now be able to encounter Deino. Honestly, I don't know why they took Deino out to begin with. It was one of the better things you could get from Pokemon encounters. They took Deino out and included like 20 different Pokemon. Not really a fan of what they're doing with the Pokemon reward encounters, to be honest, but it's nice that Deino at least is back in that pool. Legend rank, of course, you can get Pikachu Libre again, and you can get it as a shiny, of course. The shiny rate seems to be pretty decently high, to be honest. I've seen a lot of people getting shiny this season. And then I guess the biggest announcement is the ability to earn more XL XL candy. Now, this is kind of the thing where it's like, yeah, it's exciting that you get more XL candy for catching a specific Pokemon, but the XL candy itself still hasn't been fixed. Making this a way of getting more candy isn't really a solution to that, and they still need to figure out a better way to make the XL candy system less of a grind, or at least pay to win structure, because a lot of those Pokemon that you want to get candy for don't even appear in the wild, so they really need to fix the system. So let's move into the timeline here, and it's 3 months, so it's a very long season. You see March 1 to March 15, you got the Great League. Nothing really changing here. The timeline's pretty much the same as previous seasons. You got 2 weeks for Great League, then you got March 15 to March 29, Ultra League and Ultra Premier. March 29 to April 5th is where we start seeing a couple of changes. Master League used to be 2 weeks. It's really been getting a bit of disrespect from Niantic lately. Only 1 week of Master League. On top of that, Master League is going to be running alongside Great League and a Surprise Cup at the same time. So if you thought people weren't playing Master League before, they're definitely not going to be playing Master League when Great League is available as an option. Especially if what they mean here is open Great League and then another Surprise Great League Cup, then no one's really gonna be playing Master League, and it's really a shame because a lot of people, like myself, I enjoy Master League, and it's really sad to see it get so neglected by Niantic. Get a week, and then not even a week on its own, they have it with all these other leagues to choose from. And everybody likes Great League. Great League is the preferred league for the majority of the player base. So even those people who want to play Master League, just because the option's available to them, they need people to play against. And if nobody's playing, then they have no opponents to choose from. Or they don't even get to choose, they have to queue up, right? But it's really a kind of sad situation for Master League, but nothing we can really do about it. April 5th to 12th, you see all 3 leagues come back. Again, this is kind of weird because maybe Niantic's thinking like, oh, all 3 weeks are back. People want to do Master League, could do it this week. But like, the option of Great League is there. People are going to do Great League. What Niantic's doing here without realizing is they're kind of making Great League. People are going to start getting fed up with it because look, you got March 29 to April 5th Great League, you got April 5th to April 12th Great League, and then after this ends, you got 2 weeks more of Great League right after that for part 2 of the season. So you're gonna have 4 weeks in a row of Great League. That's a full month. I don't know what to say. So jumping into part 2 now, you can see April 12th to April 26th, you got the Great League again. Do have Great League Remix, which seems interesting. We're going to take a deeper look into that later in the video. April 26th to May 10th, you got Ultra League, Ultra Premier once again. Ultra League seems to be like the league that a lot of people like, but at the same time has become less and less popular as the seasons progress. Maybe in large part due to the XL candy, but that could mean more people do open Ultra League. So Ultra League I think still has a lot of life to it. May 10th to May 17th, we got the Master League again being shafted for a week, and the Retro Cup, so again being tied in with a Great League Cup. And then May 17th to May 24, all 3 leagues return. And then after that, you got the Kanto Cup for 1 week, May 24 to May 31st. So that's part 2 of the season. Kanto Cup, of course, will be unranked. April 12th to April 26th, this is going to be the Great League and the Great League Remix. So Great League Remix, basically the 10 most used Pokemon will not be allowed, and they're going to announce that list after March 15. What these Pokemon are going to be could be anything. They could go to PvP Poke, just look at the top 10 Pokemon, do that. But realistically, I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think they're actually going to think this through, at least as much thought as Niantic tends to put in regards to effort. And I think there are some Pokemon you could guarantee to see, but also some Pokemon that might be surprising that Niantic includes. So what we're going to do now is actually take a look at what my guesses are going to be for this specific cup. So I think number 1 is a no-brainer. It's going to be a Azumarill, obviously. Azumarill, probably the most broken and popular Pokemon in every season of GBL. Azumarill is going to be excluded from this cup, guaranteed. Defense Deoxys, it's a Pokemon that is super OP. A lot of people don't have access to it. So I think Deoxys is a pretty safe bet to be excluded from this cup as well. Galarian Stunfisk, while it is relatively new, ever since it has been introduced into the Great League, it's been an absolute dominant force. It's going to be excluded, no question about it. Next Pokemon, I think Altaria. Altaria has seen a drop in usage in recent seasons, however it's picked up again recently, but it's been a staple since season 1, so for that reason, I think Altaria will be excluded from this cup. Next up is Swampert. Swampert is one of those Pokemon that is just super spammy, and if they were to eliminate everything else but leave in Swampert, it's going to be used on every team, so I think Swampert, pretty safe bet to be excluded from the upcoming season, for the Great League Remix that is. Now Skarmory isn't a guarantee, and I think Skarmory has a chance of staying in, mostly because it's not like that dominant. However, it has been very popular in every season, so if they're going in terms of popularity, Skarmory should be an excluded Pokemon. Bastiodon, again, not on every team, however, it is a very impressive Pokemon, something people don't like to see, so I think there's a very high chance that Bastiodon will be excluded from the Great League Remix. Next up, we got Medicham. Now, Medicham is a bit tricky because will they distinguish between XL Pokemon and non-XL? If they don't, I think Medicham is a lock to be excluded. If they're different, then maybe they'll exclude XL, leave in regular Medicham, but I don't think that would make sense. I think they should just exclude both. Next Pokemon is Registeel. Registeel has not really seen much play recently in Great League. However, I think this is a Pokemon that Niantic is going to include just because, and especially since they don't actually probably look at what Pokemon are being used. They're just like, oh, Registeel, legendary, let's throw that in there. So I think Registeel is definitely going to be excluded. And the last pick, you know, it's a little bit tricky. I decided to go with Umbreon here. And the main reason is because I couldn't really think of anything else. I mean, there's options like Charmers, Sableye, and whatnot, but I think Umbreon is actually very bulky, very strong. I think a lot of these Pokemon they could actually be bulky types, so I think Umbreon's gonna be a pick, but of these 10, I think Umbreon's probably the least likely to be included. So now let's move on. May 10 to May 17, we got Master League Classic, and the Retro Cup. So reading this, it looks like there's no Master League Premier. There's going to be an open Master League with XL Pokemon, but it seems like that's not going to be divided between open Master League and open Master League Premier, just one for both. So yeah, don't know how to feel about that. I mean, I don't really play any of those open leagues anyway, so it doesn't really affect me, but I know that there will be some people who do like Master League Premier. Thing is, when you throw it in the same week as Retro Cup, nobody's gonna be playing Master League anyways for the most part. So again, Master League getting shafted by Niantic. Retro Cup 1500 CP limit, going to be including the first 15 types, so it will exclude Dark, Fairy, and Steel. Seems like a pretty interesting meta. We're gonna take a look at the top picks as of now on pvpoke.com. So I believe the number 1 rank was actually XL Lickitung. I did exclude that from this list here, and you can see Frostlass at the top. Frostlass is going to be an absolute beast in this cup. Frostlass is very strong. Actually pretty excited looking at this meta here. You could see Hypno, Defense Deoxys, of course, gonna be a problem. Regirock, a lot of people don't build that. Altaria, Abomasnow, Castform Snowy should be interesting. Of course, this list is subject to change, and I think a lot of it will change as we get closer to the actual cup itself. However, right now you can see Dugong's in there, Shadow Dragon there, Lickitung. Seems like a pretty interesting cup that's going to take advantage of there being no steel types. So, you know, Bastiodon, Stunfisk, Skarmory, a lot of those things are going to be excluded, which should make this a pretty interesting cup overall, I think. And then finally, we will have the Kanto Cup to finish off the season, May 24 to May 31st. Unranked, so it will not count towards the leaderboard. Only Pokemon from the Kanto Cup, number 1 to 151 are eligible, and it's going to be in the Great League. So let me talk about the Kanto Cup here, because I think the Kanto Cup is a very interesting meta, and I enjoy the cup itself. However, I think Niantic is probably making the wrong decision in terms of how they go about doing this. So like, every season we're just have a Kanto Cup at the end, unranked play. Personally, I think there are more people that would be interested in playing Kanto Cup than playing some of these other things. And I think Niantic is sort of making Great League less valuable by having it so often throughout the season. Like, let's say it's season 3 months, let's say it's 12 weeks. You're literally having at least 6-7 weeks of that season going to include Great League. So more than half this season is going to be taking place in Great League, and at least 4 of those 6 weeks are just going to be open Great League. So I feel like Niantic could be doing other things. I think if anything, they should kind of eliminate that all 3 leagues open, because all it does is cause certain leagues to not get enough player base, and then everybody goes to Great League. What they should do is, instead of this Kanto Cup at the end, make it so that all 3 leagues are available at the end unranked. I think that would be a lot better, because then you would see more people who don't like to play Master League for ranked play doing it for unranked. So I think just having all 3 leagues open is probably the better idea for this unranked play, but hey, it is what it is. Niantic's gonna do Niantic things, and we'll see if they make any changes in the future. So those were my thoughts for the Season 7 preview coming to Go Battle League on this upcoming Monday. Let me know what you guys think about Season 7 in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.